I've not had this with any other horse. And I really credit you because when I got on the call with you and started working with you, I thought, well, I'll just get him trained enough to sell him because I've already been injured. I don't know if I ever want to get on this horse again. I don't even know why I bought this horse. He is gone.
Ah,
And you also taught me a lot more patience. I took this person, had an untrained, not rideable 3-year old who'd broken her back and punctured her lung, and brought her full circle to walking in the water, getting off and on a rock in the middle of it. Um, but we've taken a step forward, and I just really wanted to acknowledge everybody who's helped me, you especially. I tell the story all the time about the first ride, and
yeah.
I'm on him, and you say, "Do you do you feel comfortable letting go of his head?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't know that I want to let go of his head." And then when we got to the canter, you said, "You've got to want it." And I said, "I don't think I want it." I said, "I think I'll trot and walk for the rest of our career."
Those are like massive moments, Patricia. Like they really are internally, like they are massive. It's like, a cliff jump or parachuting out of an airplane. If you've never done that before, that's the quality of those moments.
There have been a couple of times when your safety techniques have really come in handy. But a couple of weeks ago, I walked up to the hill, and thank goodness I did, to see him in his running shed, and just check him because I wasn't riding him that day. And I hear all this banging, and I walk through the gate. I look around the corner, and he has cast himself up against the wall of the running shed.
Yeah, yeah.
He'd obviously been there a while. He could not get up. And he literally looked like those commercials, like I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yep,
And he's
yeah.
got his grazing muzzle on and his mask. He looks ridiculous.
And he's stuck.
And he's stuck.
Yeah.
So I had his lead rope from his halter, and I said, "Look, I'm going to try to loop these around your back legs, and I'm just going to pull." I He's 1,000 pounds, so I don't have the strength to pull him over. I
Yeah.
I did have this. Do have the strength to kind of just get him just enough. He stopped moving.
Yep.
I was leaning over him, wrapping the thing around his legs.
Yep.
I pulled him enough that he was able to get up, took his muzzle and his fly mask on off, and then stood back, and he walked right up to me, and he put his head right up against my chest. And I know that horses don't understand the love concept, but I do wonder, and I was going to ask you, do you
Oh,
think that they understand when you're trying to help them?
absolutely. Yes. And Patricia, I want to clarify that there's a spiritual sentient being inside every horse that is beyond science, that is just flat beyond science. And to that degree, was Bono so grateful, so able to be back in himself, that fear, that moment was removed and that was connected to you, and that there was a space for that common yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, there is, yes. I don't want to take that away at all. Just as our human relationships of love, of how we operate in that thing, it's just not that way. But is there a sentient being inside there that is able to touch your heart or you to touch their heart? Absolutely. Like, absolutely.
So we have, I think, developed a bond. So when things go south and he breaks the cross ties, I'm like, "Okay, you broke the cross ties. Let me tie it back up." I mean, it's not like, "Oh my God," back, it's just, "Okay, we'll fix it. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out."
Ah. Yeah, I remember those that I remember. I remember
Yeah.
what you were coming out of and what we were heading into, and I was like, "Whew, this will be a journey right here. This will be something to get through this." Like there's, both of you had your experiences, and getting that back together. So what a full transformation. And Patricia, looking at what you've gone through with Bono now to get where you are now, like you are levels higher of a horsewoman now because of going through all of that versus selling and trying to rebuy the thing that you wanted. You
Right.
you went in and built it. You did the struggle, you did the hard things, you did the frustration, you did the sweat, the tears, the blood, the mud. You built it, and so now you know how to maintain it and keep it operating and keep moving forward because you built that. That's the value. I mean, that's Bono took you to that space in your horsemanship, and that's phenomenal. Not everybody gets that, Patricia. You've been fantastic, and you're quite the badass horsewoman to get through all of that. I remember the struggles. Like, yes, I remember, and you're determined. And anyway, congratulations. I'm so happy to see things are still moving forward and going great.
Thank you. Your words mean a lot to me because there's still a lot of self-doubt.
Well, okay, I'm cheering for you. That's for you. Like, you're doing it. You're already doing it. You're already there.